Now we are now being joined live by Ante Gubin. He is an international relations professor at the Far Eastern Federal University, and he's joining us from Vladivostok. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. So let's just begin by asking, of course, we have an important meet that's going to be happening between the Indian Prime Minister and the Russian President Vladimir Putin. If you could just underline what could be the most important themes that could come up in such a meet.
Well, all the current frictions, all the tariffs, like some trade issues with China, India, they have with European Union and with the United States, and all the ripple effects, economic cooperation inside the SCO framework, and actually economic cooperation, including easing the trade, removing fiscal and non-fiscal barriers, facilitating mutual payments, securing foreign assets from seizure, stimulating technology transfers and attracting investment. These are the very basic priorities of the current Shanghai Cooperation Organization agenda. The China-EU, China-US standoff example is very bright for understanding the effect of so-called weaponizing trade to change one's government behavior and decisions in others' favor. This misdemeanor should be prevented by the collective measures, and thus elaborating some alternative schemes is extremely important and widely anticipated among developing economies. Actually, developing economies are very strongly suffered from being unfairly treated and even exploited by the traditional world's economic leaders. And these kind of negative effects also should be overcome by collective efforts.
Mr. Gubin, as far as Russia and India is concerned, that's a historical partnership. It's tested through decades of, through time. As far as China and Russia is concerned, no limits partnership. So these countries have been very much close in the past as well. But how much do you feel the entire rhetoric and the threats and the ultimatums of tariffs and sanctions and whatnot, how much of that has exacerbated this process of bringing them closer than earlier?
You know that Russia has a very actively growing emphasis on the Asia-Pacific region and the idea of multipolarity, which was elaborated collectively with India and China before. And Shanghai Cooperation Organization actually fits into Moscow's long-term foreign policy vision, as it does with New Delhi and Beijing as well. And the pattern of the bigger Shanghai Cooperation Organization going beyond the initially designed Central Asia after India and Pakistan membership, that is so truly fits Moscow vision and all the other major partners' vision of the future world order. And the main idea of multipolarity is the equity in rights and opportunities on the basis of non-exploitation and mutual respect. That is very important today, as well as reject of using force on conflict resolution. And this idea of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his suggestion for the elephant, which is India, and the dragon, which is China, to unite and live in peace is very distinctive feature of the contemporary SCO agenda.
Absolutely. Of course, we'll have to see what transpires through today and in the summit and the meet between Russian President and the Indian Prime Minister. But thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast and giving your perspective.
My pleasure.